Hey friends. Oh, I I had a I've had a kind of a realization or a re-realization percolating over the last couple of days. I just happened to be I was waiting for a Zoom meeting to start, and I was in my Evernote folder, one of my Evernote folders, and I just looked around. I was just reading through some old documents that I'd written about the creative coaching work that I'm now doing, and also looking to expand on. And it was like, this is something I had documents in there from 2 years ago and a year ago, and it's sort of like archaeological time of my thinking about this project. And it was really cool to see a particular insight are stated there, which basically amounts to there's nothing really left to figure out about how to do this work. In other words, if I say I want to set up a workshop, the thing to do is to set up a workshop, put a date on the calendar, and do it, and then see what that teaches me. And this is that's like something I recite to my clients regularly. And it was just interesting. The way that I phrased it in my own note to myself was that I don't need that the effectiveness of this work is ultimately not about having some elaborate and perfectly crafted in advance series of exercises to put people through, but rather a fundamental trust that this is something I know how to do, and a willingness to just dive in and figure it out and create the context. That was the thing that I said in my note, that I was like, oh wow, that's such a great way of putting it, if I do say so. Creating the context for other people to have to have this realization. That's the thing. That's the job. The job is not to know exactly what we're going to do. And in fact, if we did, it's not that, and I think, when I look at some of the great coaches and the great teachers, they've got that. They've got their exercises down. They've got their rituals and their procedures, and it works, and it's great. And that's the product of having done it a lot. It's not that that's what you need in order to start doing it. And it was that was a helpful reminder for me, and a real kind of kick in the pants, so to speak. Sorry about my voice. I'm still getting over this throat thing. But I was just really encouraged. I was reading. I read through probably 6 or 7 different documents that I'd written over the last year or two, and I was so inspired. I was like, I know what I'm doing. And it's already manifesting. But as I'm now leaning into a phase where I want to expand on that, it was just really cool to see how really rooted in a basic trust this work is, and how that's kind of the main deal, the main thing to pay attention to, the main thing we need to go in with, and everything else we get to invent as we go. a couple new harmonic bits of inspiration show up recently, and they collide a bit still, but they're coming together. I'm sure you can hear it. Well, folks, that's what I got today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'm working on my voice. It'll come back, I'm sure. I won't be talking at you like this for too long, hopefully. But I appreciate you. Thanks for being part of this with me. And I really am excited because I think there's a new, in a weird way, even this kind of phase of illness that I've had, which is very rare for me, but always a sort of transitional point in my life. Even that is part of launching a new phase. So stay tuned. Hopefully there'll be something you can participate in with me very soon. Thank you. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow.